we were finally able to take a look at Emma Frost and all of the new Season 2 changes, thanks to a bunch of content creators that work with Marvel Rivals. Now, did I personally get my hands on any of these changes? No, right? Being the small up-and-coming guy, I'm not invited to the cool kids party. However, I am outside the window on the tree with the binoculars, paying attention to everything going on inside the party. So today we were talking about Emma Frost specifically, her kit, things I've noticed, things I think are really good, and I don't know if there's anything really bad. Of course, if you like the video, please subscribe button, comment down below, leave a like, share the video. That helps out the algorithm. I'm just a guy here that comes from a fighting game background, so I love analyzing characters and kits and frame data and matchups, you know, so this is the stuff that really just gets me going, and I truly am passionate about it. But on Twitter, we were able to take a look at Emma Frost's kit. This is from this person right here, Optaku. So, you know, once again, I'm not going to just read these verbatim. You can read them if you want. You can pause right now and read them verbatim, but I'm just going to talk to you like you're a normal person. So her normal basic attack, her normal left click, she fires a beam that has roughly a 24-meter range, or actually I believe like a 20-meter range. Her E ability, which we'll talk about down here, has a 24-meter range. Then she can go into a diamond stance, which we'll talk about in her left shift, where then she goes from a ranged hero to a melee hero. And this melee form might be what puts Emma Frost over the edge, and we'll talk about that in this clip up here. Right, so Emma Frost is the anchor being of Season 2, so she gains 100%. I mean, not 100%. 100. If it was 100%, she would be broken. She gains 100 more max health, putting her at 650. Meaning very similar to Thor. If she loses the team up, she goes down to a 550, the lowest HP hero. But as we know from the patch notes, a lot of anchor beings, when they lose their anchor team up, they just get buffed that wise. So if Emma Frost is no longer an anchor being in Season 3, she'll probably just receive bonus health in the patch notes. So her left shift is activate a diamond form that transforms her. And this form is crazy because not only does she get the damage reduction, she also becomes unstoppable. And unstoppable means she can't be CC'd. Luna Freeze, Eye of Agamotto, Hulk, Super Hulk Smack, anything that stuns or pulls or inhibits her, she's literally an ice queen, dude. Like she's in diamond form. Like, you can't do anything. Now this only lasts for 8 seconds, which is still a pretty decent amount of time for you to beat ass, as well as the damage reduction, right? Like, this is also huge in the form of, if you got a stall on point, it's you and maybe one healer. You know, Invisible Woman lurking in the back. You pop this, this diamond form. You really frontline. Invisible Woman keeps you alive. You're able to stall until your team can get back, or until Doctor Strange can portal. Very good. She does have 2 E's. Now, she does gain a new kit when she goes into the diamond form and when she's not in the diamond form, right? So Carbon Crush in diamond form, she grabs you. Have you ever, she grabs you and then she does a 180 and slams you. So this is very good when it comes to positioning wise, because, right, you're frontlining. I'm Emma Frost, right? I got thick thighs. You're whoever the hell is, the unlucky person. I grab you. I can then turn you to my team and say, team, here is a person you can shoot. And not only that, with the other ability within the diamond form, the crystal kick, you then, it's like a Black Widow kick. You can kick them, knocking them back, and if you hit them into a wall, it does extra damage. I believe it's 100 damage if you knock them into a wall. My numbers might be off. I believe it might be 100, it might be like 85 damage. But it does a lot of damage if you knock them into a wall. Now, the kick itself does do damage, but knocking them into the wall does kill. And just to make it clear, if you are a 250 health individual, if Emma Frost grabs you, slams you, in diamond form, she has a melee attack, punch, kick into a wall, right? Just a quick combo, right? So once again, so she grabs you, 180 slam, punch, kick. You slam into a wall, you are dead as a 250, which is majority of strategists and like a decent amount of duelists. So I believe Emma Frost might have better 1v1 potential with duelists and strategists than Thor, who was basically a DPS disguised as a tank. Emma Frost is everything disguised as a tank. She really has a lot of upsides. So, right, so that's super crazy. But her other E, so when you're in your normal state where you're shooting your pulse, which we'll talk about the pulse once again in this move. I like to show clips when I get really deep into the lore. So her E, what this does is she throws out a projectile, which has a 24 meter range. And then in between you and who you hit, right? So this is who I hit. This is where Emma Frost is. A little crystal will appear halfway. You can shoot the crystal, right? So once you shoot the crystal, it will do damage to the main person. However, her pulse can go through the crystal to also hit it. Meaning if you line it up, right? So you hit your E, crystal comes out. You shoot through the crystal and hit the person. You will do double damage. And this is where the kicker comes in. Once you destroy the crystal, they take a burst damage. Right? Did you follow that with my props? So you shoot your E, crystal comes out. You can shoot through the crystal to also hit the person. And once the crystal explodes, because it has a health bar, they then take extra chunk of damage. Truly crazy, right? Truly crazy. Be able to melt tanks, melt Groot. Once again, put you in that 1v1 situation. Now you can pull the crystal out, right? Because the crystal can only be pulled from her original state. But you can pull the crystal and then switch into your diamond form and punch the crystal, or combo and kick the crystal and the person and then destroy the crystal. Like, there's so many combo potential with Emma Frost, which is why I like her, right? She's a lot to manage. And she is a tank, which means she does have a shield very similar to Sigma if you play Overwatch, right? We're not gonna like beat around the bush, right? Her shield is very similar to Sigma, and her original left click is very similar to Zarya. And we'll watch that when we get to this video, which we'll probably do next. We'll do next. I was watching Necros. I like to watch Necros and Boger. Oh no. But yeah, so overall, I think her kit is very strong. Her Mind Link ability, which is her team up, is also very strong. Magneto and Psylocke make a clone of themselves, and that clone also does damage, and it copies abilities. Now, the damage that it replicates is very little, but just know if you are a 250 HP character, and if Psylocke, the original Psylocke ults, and let's say that ult doesn't hit you, but the clone is shooting you, you do take like 200 damage, right? So the clone does do damage, and it auto locks. It copies Magneto's right click, like it copies bubble, it copies barrier, copies dash from Psylocke, it copies invis from Psylocke. It just does not copy ultimates, but everything else it does indeed copy. But let's take a look at her left click, right? So I was watching Necros, and this is what I believe nobody is talking about, and this is huge. So Necros comes into this fight. Let's rewind it a little bit. So she does have a meter in the middle of her screen, right? As you see, 6 right here. I don't know why it's in such low quality. I mean, I put it in HD, but you know, it'd be like that. So when she's attacking, this number does build up, and the higher this number is, the more damage she does. Very similar to Zarya from Overwatch. So once she gets to 100, and she does have 70 shots, and then she has to reload, right? Once it gets to 100, as you see, it does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage. And this is where it's very similar to Zarya. And this is where it's going to get a little crazy. Watch. So he kills Winter Soldier. He kills Bruce. Then roughly 3 seconds later, the numbers start dropping, right? The numbers start dropping. You lose that 100%. And before you know it, you're back down to 0. This is what I believe nobody is talking about. So if we fast forward to this fight, when Necros is attacking people, right? So he's attacking. He's building up that gauge slightly. There's Magneto. He's building it up. There's the E. Magneto took a bunch of damage. Necros is at 80, 93, 94, 97. He pops the diamond form. Take a look at the number. He pops the diamond form, which lasts 8 seconds. And when he's out of it, you keep the percentage, which means you can build up your meter to maybe you're at like a 75 plus. Then you can pop your diamond form 1v1 a bozo if needed. And once you leave diamond form, you can go back to shredding tanks. Nobody is talking about this. I feel that's crazy. The fact that when she's in diamond form, and I don't believe I have a clip, right? I don't believe I have a clip. I might here. If he, okay, yeah, right here. So as you see, once you pop the ultimate, also which lasts for, the ultimate lasts for 8 seconds as well. You don't lose charge either. So you can build up your stacks, get into diamond form, keep your stacks on your primary. Then you can ult, which is a crazy ult, which I'll show some clips of Ninja testing it, which also keeps your stacks. So you can really keep 100% stacks for an extra 16 seconds, which means you can get 100% stacks, pop your shield, or pop your diamond form, beat the shit out of people. The enemies might come back, and then you can pop your ultimate, which has like a 30 to 35 meter range. Keep your 100%, fully CC the other team, and then melt. Like it's so crazy that she keeps the stack. But okay, but let's head over to Ninja, right? Let's head over to Ninja. Pop the sound on. Oh, a little loud.
Yeah. No, if you hit me for long enough, I am 100%.
Wait, you're just stuck in there?
I'm stuck.
He can't shoot. He can't shoot. Once you're so when you're hit with her ultimate, you can't use your, once you're with her ultimate, you can't use your ultimate. And once you're fully under her spell, you can't shoot. You just walk at her.
No, if you hit me for long enough, I am 100%.
Also, Ninja's looking kind of dapper. Let me move my webcam real quick. Ninja's looking kind of sexy.
Wait, you're just stuck in there?
I'm stuck.
Let me pop on my cat cam real quick.
Look, I'm in. I can't even shoot anymore.
You can't dash or anything?
Look. Yeah, no, do it again. Right. I'm gonna die.
Gotta turn on my cat cam for the video.
Mind, body,
Isn't that crazy?
I cannot do anything. It's a silence. It's silences. You're completely silenced.
Wait, try to...
It's a silence once you land the stacks, which it does take some time. It's a silence, and they can all... And if you take a look, it does do big boy damage. I am turning on cat cam for the last part of the video. You guys have earned it. If you watch the video for this far, you get cat cam. Look at this 3 webcams going on.
What else? Hang on. Let me see if I can rock it. I mean, obviously I won't be able to do anything.
Wait, what do you mean?
Right.
Does he? Yeah.
So look at the damage.
Yeah, I mean, I walked into you.
And then you're dead, right? So healers can't heal. Healers can't pop defensive ults. Nobody can pop a defensive ult if they're already in it. You have to hit your CC immune moves when she says kneel peasants, and then it starts. So you get like your reactions have to be on point.
Yeah.
Right? Your reactions have to be just on point.
Wow.
That's crazy.
My character.
That's crazy. And I believe there's one more. Yeah, there's one more video right here.
Yep.
So Luna Frost obviously.
Doesn't pull me.
Really?
And obviously doesn't do damage.
Okay. So
Well, it does do damage, but you know you're healing through it.
Hey, you can freeze it.
Dude. There you go.
No, you can't. She's CC immune during it, which is she's CC immune during. And look at that, dude. Look at that. And then you're dead. And then you're dead.
Yeah.
And then I made a tweet, dude. Listen, man. I made a tweet. Nobody's gonna believe me, right? Nobody's gonna believe me. I made a tweet before any of it, right? When they showcased her when they showcased their April 3rd, I said her ult makes you walk towards her, means you can make enemies walk out of certain defensive ults like Cloak and Invisible Woman. I made the 42 fucking views, but I already did this, Ninja. I already knew this was gonna happen because I pay attention. I listen to public radio. Yeah, so it's really crazy.
I gotta run. Dude, it's one.
Loki,
So
it destroys the lamps.
it will
And then you're dead.
kill me. So it will take out.
It'll take out the lamps.
Clones, 3 lamps if we're all close enough together, and then eventually pull me in and kill me before it goes off cooldown. Go for it.
Isn't that, yeah.
Oh, yep. Oh, yeah. You
Like,
cooked.
look at that, dude. No sleep, no nothing. Can't sleep her. No, she's wide awake. Right, and then I'll probably pull him out of Cloak ult. And you're out.
And that's a good one. I honestly think that's a good one.
And now you're out.
That'll be really good because you can start it up like on like her 2nd or 3rd charge, and then just drag her out of her ultimate, dude.
It's so good, dude. It's so, that's why I said I think Emma Frost is very high. I think she will get nerfed eventually, but I do believe that she is a very, 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 very strong Vanguard. And I'ma take me, baby. Hey, dude, rank 1 Emma Frost player. Shit, that don't sound too bad. That don't sound too bad for me. And she also has a very horny skin, which I'll probably pop in the thumbnail to boost that engagement. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Great, do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe, comment down below, leave a like, share the video, helps out the algorithm. Tune in when season 2 drops. We'll be grinding for eternity. I got Celestial this rank, my highest so far, right? My highest is Celestial. I came back. I left fighting games. I said, you know what? Let me put my time and effort into some developers that tend to care about their game. Street Fighter 6 is in a bad position, in my opinion. But now I'm here grinding out Marvel Rivals. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and I'll see y'all again next time. See ya.